Hello, friend. In this video, I am going to continue the conversation around intimacy. I want to make 3 main points that will hopefully help you on this journey of getting closer to understanding what it is you really desire, and helps you feel more comfortable with opening up and sharing with others on deeper levels. You may be somebody who is longing for a romantic partner, or maybe you are already in a relationship and you just want to learn how to connect deeper. This is also good if you are looking for friendships that feel really good, that you can just be your weird self around and fully accepted. Wherever you are on this journey, I want to give you credit because it is not easy. It requires that we step out of our comfort zone. And sometimes when we step out of our comfort zone and things don't go according to plan, it can be painful. And I just want to say that if that happens, it's okay. You're still doing it right. All of this is a learning experience. And it might feel painful, and it might cause you to close your heart a little bit. And if that happens, I want you to just take the time you need to heal, to recalibrate, to fully look at that experience and be honest with yourself. Not to shut down and then go into like a different mode and not come back to this intimate journey. Because there will be many times, it doesn't matter how long you've been practicing self-love or practicing intimacy with a partner, it does constantly require practice. So I'm not saying this to discourage you, but I do want to say that it does get easier in some ways, and in some ways it's just the same, because it does require that you are honest. And this is the first point I want to make, one of 3 points. I want to talk about honesty, self-love, and no, it just slipped my mind. Honesty, self-love, and acceptance. So the first step in this intimacy journey, if you are someone who's taking my free course for the intimate self-love activation, you know that whole first week is all about connecting with yourself. If you are not taking my course and you're interested, there's a link below. Okay. The first week, I talk about intimacy with yourself and getting to know yourself and establishing this connection and practicing with yourself so you feel safe, so you know your boundaries and you know what feels good to you, and you understand how to open up, because that vulnerability that is required to open up can be a little painful sometimes, especially if we didn't grow up in a family that was open about our feelings, a family that didn't encourage sharing your emotions. So it's really important to first start with yourself, and being honest with yourself is one of the major foundations of being able to share intimacy with others. Because if you are not honest with yourself, you aren't going to reach that level of self-love and acceptance. All 3 of these things go together. If you cannot accept things about yourself that you may not like or that you cannot change, you are not going to be able to develop self-love. And if you do not love yourself, it's going to be harder for you to find that love in your interactions, because you're going to be more closed off. So the more you love yourself, the more you accept yourself, the more you are honest with yourself, the easier it's going to be for you to treat others in the same way. The first step to acceptance is honesty. Honesty. So if you are not able to be honest with yourself about your situation or where you are not fully accepting your life for where it is in the moment. You may be bypassing or ignoring or deflecting things that feel painful. And you're not doing it because you want your life to be any harder or you don't want intimate connections. You're doing it to protect yourself. And that is so human. That is so, it is so right. There's nothing wrong there. I don't want to shame you for protecting your heart. I want to give you an opportunity to be able to be honest with yourself and see when you have an experience throughout your day. Let's say you're going about your day and something is very uncomfortable for you emotionally. Let's say you're at work and somebody says something to you and it just kind of like feels like a sting and you don't like it. So instead of dealing with it, you act like it didn't happen and act like your feelings don't matter, and you treat the person as if they just treated you in a loving way. That is not being honest with yourself. You don't have to say anything to that person in that moment, but it would be helpful if you were honest with yourself and said, God, that stung. That didn't feel good. Whoa, what was that didn't feel good? Let me get to know that part of me so I can take care of it and tend to it, because maybe there's something here that wants to teach me about where I need to grow or where I need more love. And if I can identify where I need more love, I can give it to myself. I can make sure that I don't put myself in positions that I constantly am getting hurt. So that actually helps us set boundaries that are healthy when we acknowledge painful situations and emotions instead of deflecting and acting like it didn't happen. Being honest with yourself, acknowledging it, and then finding out where that came from. Maybe it's the people you're hanging around. Maybe it's not you, and you need to change your sphere of influence. Maybe it's something like a behavioral, maybe it's a belief that you developed when you were a child, and because of situation that you were in and it's not true. Maybe there's like a false belief in there that was developed through an adult or somebody being abusive to you when you were a kid, and now you think it's okay, but it's not. So can you see in these scenarios where being honest with yourself helps you accept where you are emotionally? It helps you accept the unpleasant feelings that you are experiencing. And through this act of honesty and acceptance, you are giving yourself love and care. And you can see on deeper levels where you can take care of yourself by setting boundaries, changing your life a little bit. And those actions that you take from that evaluation will help you get to the places of creating more intimate relationships, because they're going to help you create a safe environment in here, and then eventually you're going to do it in your physical world, your physical life. So I think that's just the message that wants to come through for now. Be gentle with yourself. Be patient. Take your time. I also really want to encourage you to take everything, this is good practice, take everything that you hear in these videos and sift it through a filter and see what's right for you. See what sticks for you. And start to evaluate everything in that way. Start to evaluate anytime someone's giving you direction. See if it's right for you and how it feels. And you will be developing more trust and building your intuition within yourself. And that also helps you with your relationships and experiences in the world. Okay, I just want to encourage you guys and say that I'm just honored that I get to share these messages, and I'm proud of you for showing up for yourself. I hope to see you soon. Have a wonderful day.